So I'll get into the Porcupine Rim Trail here. It's definitely more of an advanced ride. There's a lot of sort of slabby sandstone, slick rock stuff that can beat you up pretty good. And if you're not really experienced with picking good lines in this kind of terrain, it can be very challenging for sure. It's not super strenuous. Unless you do the full loop. There's a shuttle option, which I'll get into here in a minute. But overall, it's not a seriously strenuous loop. Well, actually, I should take that back. It is pretty hard. It just depends on what kind of fitness level you're in and what your technical skills are. But I'll give you kind of the lowdown on it. If you do the loop, it's a 34-mile loop with some pavement in it. If you do the shuttle ride, it's 16 miles. And I'll walk through here sort of the layout of the ride. If you do the loop, you're starting in Moab, and you'll have about a 10-mile climb on paved, and then it turns to hard pack road. And then eventually, once you actually get to the quote-unquote trailhead, it's about a 3-mile climb of sort of slick rock, ledgy double track to the top. And that's where the 3 miles would be where you would start the shuttle if you're doing that shuttle option. And then once you get to the top, it's an amazing view, and it looks into the rim, the Castle Valley area off of Porcupine Rim, and it is just an incredible view. So definitely recommend checking that out. And I'll actually be including a video that will kind of give you an idea what the ride is like. And in that video, you'll see there's an image of the Castle Valley area. So give you some ideas on what that looks like. So from that point, the trail basically drops 11 miles down to the Colorado River, and it's a 2,700 foot drop down all the way down to the Colorado. And it's mainly double track, but the cool thing about it is that you sort of have to pick a single track line going down the double track. And so you're kind of constantly weaving back and forth and finding the best line down the double track areas. Then eventually it does turn into single track when you kind of get down to the rim that overlooks the Colorado River. It turns into single track there, and it's really fun single track. It's great, but there's definitely some challenges. So keep your heads up, and just be wary that there can be some pretty tough sections. So, and then once you get back down to the Colorado River, then it's an 8-mile flat paved road back to Moab. It's pretty easy going, and there's actually, at least the last time I was there was a spring right before you hit the main road that goes back to Moab. So you can pick up a little bit of water there, but you're pretty much at the end of the ride anyways. But it's kind of a cool spring. It's just fresh water that comes out of the rock there. So that's pretty much it. You're looking at if you do the full loop, you're looking at a 2,700 foot climb up and then back down. And if you do the shuttle loop, you're looking at a 16-mile, and I think it's about 1,000 feet of actual climbing, and then the 2,700 foot descent. So you'll just have to arrange a shuttle for that. And I think that there's actually shuttle services that run out of the bike shops in Moab, so you might want to check that out too if you don't want to use your own vehicles for that. So. But yeah, that's kind of the lowdown on the Porcupine Rim Trail. And like I said, check out the video on the site under this post, and there'll be you can see kind of what kind of riding it is. There's some shots of some drop-offs and such that some of these riders are doing, and there's ways around most of those. So that's kind of they're just showing what's possible out there. Well, that about wraps it up for mountainbikeriding.com episode number 2. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'd also like to know what you think, and if you have any questions on the topics that I covered, if they're helpful or if I can explain some of the stuff a little bit more. So definitely encourage comments, and just go ahead and leave a comment below this post. And also, if you want to get the latest and greatest info from mountainbikeriding.com, you can sign up for the newsletter, and that's on the website. There's a section in the upper right-hand corner, and that way you can stay up to date on what's happening here and all the latest tips. So hope you have a great next ride, and I'll talk to you soon.